and welcome back. If this is your first time watching, in a previous video, showed my finishes of my stamped Joy Sunday kits of Santa Claus and Elk. If you're interested in seeing that, you can go back into my channels, and I have posted that video under cross stitch. So if you'd like to see that, you can go back and see that. But for yous that are coming back to me, I promised I was going to do the framing. So I've gone off and had something to eat, and I've kind of lost some of my joy because I am not looking forward to doing this. I love cross stitching, but framing, not my favorite. But we're going to do it. I think what I'm going to do is first, I'm no professional. I'm just like everybody else, and everybody has their own ways of doing doing their own thing. And I think that's what's really neat about YouTube, is that every creator has their own ways of doing it. And, you may like the way or the style they do it, and you may like someone else. So this way it gives you an idea of, some of the things you can do. So I think I'll just kind of start off. As you can tell, it's not scripted. And I'm going to try to stay focused and do this. So I showed you guys the stamped cross stitches already ready to go. And they've been washed and pressed, and they're ready for framing. But I just want to kind of show you guys what I do, is that after I'm done washing, and I'm going to read the description on the back of the bag of the Joy Sunday, because no matter if it's counted cross stitch or stamped cross stitch, after you're done your canvas, you should wash them, because you got the natural oils of your hands. But stamped cross stitch, you got to get the ink off. So on the back of the instructions of the Joy Sunday, it tells you after finishing the whole pattern, you put the cloth in the water below 30 degrees Celsius for more than 3 hours till all the pattern disappears. Wash it with clean water again. And then, so with that being said, I think everybody is kind of familiar with the Joy Sunday, that the stamped ink that's on the outside, especially the red, it's very sometimes hard to get off. So I rinse mine probably 4 or 5 times throughout the whole process. And the red on this one, it came out, but I have had one where the red has stayed on, but usually the red ink you will see. What I will do is I use a little bit of, again, I'm in Canada, so I'm not quite sure other countries what you can use, but I use Dawn dish soap, and commercials advertise that this soap is good. They use it on ducks that are covered in oil. It doesn't hurt them, and I don't think it has a lot of chemicals, so it does the job. So I'll blotch a little bit of the Dawn dish soap on it, and I will use a toothbrush, and I'll dab it a bit on the fabric, and then put it back in the, I use a little plastic tub. I'll let it soak again, and then I just make sure I keep on rinsing till there's no bubbles or anything. And Dawn dish soap is very concentrated, so you don't need a lot at all. So that being said, once it is rinsed, you don't see no more residue, you don't see no more ink, then I will take it out And what I do, and again, everybody's different. This is just what I do. It says to dry it by leaving it flat in a ventilated place in order to protect the threads from being damaged. Please iron the artwork on the back of the fabric with the steam flat iron until it lays flat. So once I take mine out to get washed, I use a baking sheet. And you can see that this one has a little bit of legs. So I just find that the air will flow. And then I just place one of my, these are old cotton dishcloths. So I'll place that on there. And then I will lay my piece on that and let it dry. So once it's dry, ironed, everything, now we're ready to go. And what I'm going to do, I kind of have an idea on how I'm going to do my framing on this. So this stuff I got at, you can get at Michael's. And I know Hobby Lobby, you can get it, but if not, Amazon usually carries this stuff. And this is like a self-stick mounting board. And this is kind of like the easiest way if you want to do your canvas. So I have all different sizes. Now don't laugh. This one's probably from the 70s. But they come in all different sizes. And this is a fairly large one. This one is 11 by 14. So they do come in many different sizes and they're not that expensive. This one was $4. And this small one, which is a 4 by 6, and this is the one I plan on using the Santa Claus and elk on. This was only 99 cents. So the other way you can do it, and I'm not prepared to do it today, but I have it. If you've seen my other cross stitch of Mighty Cat, that got done professionally. And speaking with the framer, I found out kind of how they do it. And so if it's something you're willing to do, I do have it. And the one time I'm hoping to do it, but today's not the day. But this stuff's called foam core. And this has 4 sheets in it. It's a 4-pack, 11 by 14 foam board. And I've had this for some time. I got this at Michael's, and regular price it was $12.99. But Michael's always usually has a digital coupon. And when it comes to stuff being regular priced, I wait until a digital coupon's out, which it was a 40% digital coupon. So that gave me $5.20 off. And then, of course, we have taxes. But so the total cost for all 4 of these was $10.13. So, but again, you're going to divide this up. 11 by 14s, if you're just doing small ones, you're gonna get a lot out of this. And with these foam boards, they use pins. And if you can see on the sides here, it's foam. And with these pins, you're going to be able to stick your canvas in there and then keep it in place. And these were, they're called sequin pins. And in here, there's like 800 pieces. Regular price, it was $7.49. Again, I used a digital coupon. And I ended up paying $5.54. And 800 pins, you're not going to use them all on one canvas, but you are going to use quite a few because you're going to want to pin this as much as you can. And the way you would do it is you know, you would kind of put it, I'm going backwards, but basically, and then you stick your pins in. But what's so important is when you go to pin it, you want to make sure that you're staying on the line. And so I think all the holes could be a guideline to use to do that. So, but I'm not doing that today. That's the good news. I'm going to apologize because I think this video is going to be a lot of stop and go. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to be filming this. I'm going to start off with the Santa and the elk. And what my thought is, I'm just going to use one of these simple mounting boards. And this is the frame I'm going to use. I got this, again, being in Canada, we have Dollarama. This is a frame from Dollarama, which I paid $2.50. This was 99 cents. So under $4, you can frame it. So this is my thought process on this. As far as my other Santa Claus, he's going to be done a little bit different. I have an 8x10 frame for him, and I got a mat to put in front of him. So I'm going to pause here. I'm going to have to probably flip my camera around, and I'll show you how I'm going to mount. Okay, we'll see in a bit. I went ahead, I took off the plastic off here, and my frame. I apologize, I'm seeing a shadow there, but hopefully that's not going to interfere too much. So I went ahead, so some of the things you're going to need. I got straight pins, and really you're only going to need one because that's going to help us mark the center. 2, we got the chart back because we're also going to figure out where the center is on that. The other thing you need is your ruler. I got a pencil. This is, everybody knows from diamond painting, this is a roller for your things, but that's going to help us mount that. The other thing I grabbed was a straightener, just in case. Again, it'll be more for mounting. Tweezers that we all use in diamond painting with the little sharp pointies on there. I currently just use those to figure this out. It was a little hard. And a lint roller, because I already seen I got a dog hair on there. I've said in previous videos I have a cat and a dog, so there's a lot of cat fur and dog fur around here. But so one thing I discovered about this mountain board, I was trying to figure out what side was the sticky side and what side was the backing. So I'm going to zoom up a bit so then you guys can see. And so when I took that out of the package, I don't know if you can tell, but this is kind of dull. And this side is more shiny and smooth. So that is going to be the back. This is the mounting board, and that's why we're going to use these. Hold on. Oh, come on. See why there's no joy? It's not exactly easy. So yeah, it peels back. And this is quite quite sticky. So I've already marked the center on this, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So I'm going to zoom up a bit more. I'm going to set that aside, set this aside. And so basically, I used a ruler, and I went from corner to corner, basically keeping the ruler in that corner. And, oh, I need to zoom out. Sorry, guys. I have my in training sticker still on. So corner to corner, make a line. And it's very sticky, so just pre-warn you. And corner to corner. And as you can see, I've kind of marked it in pencil of where that's the center for that. Now, taking out the pattern, I'll try this way so you don't see the glare. We always have, hold on, let me get, I'll get my pencil out. On the Joy Sundays, the red line represents the center. So this is going down the center this way and a center going across. So right where that meets, in between that 3 and A, that's exactly the middle. So I'm going to use these 3 stitches and these 4 stitches when I go to look on my canvas as the reference point. So again, so then that's, see guys, no editing on this one. 3 and 4. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1, 2. Yeah, so this is the center exactly. So I'm going to stick the safety pin right through that, as you can see. And that is the center of the canvas. It almost looks like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with that pin. Okay, back with the mounting board. So you want to stick your pin through, and then we're going to put the pin right exactly on the middle of the mounting board. So we're going to go, and you got to be careful because the mounting board is very sticky. And you just want to put it on lightly. And let's see. Yeah. So we can see that it's pretty even on the edges. I'm not going to worry about this. It's off just a little bit, but I think once it gets into the frame, it's not really going to matter. So, and then from top to bottom, it's about the same. You can see that it's 2 lines. See how the board, and same with the bottom. So I'm pretty happy. That went on fairly easy. It's just a very, you have to have patience for the whole process on this. So I'm going to use my roller and then just press it and make sure. And I'm sure once I do this, it's going to stretch out the canvas. And you can actually see, I don't know if you can tell right here, but you can tell how this is flattened and pressed against the mat. Let's try this way. Yeah, there, you can see that, oops, this way. You can see the difference. So you can see how these stitches are laying flat. And then over here, it's not. So we'll just roll that. There. Okay. And then I personally, again, I don't know if it's an old school thing or if it is true. I kind of believe it is true. When you go to mount your cross stitches, they say that you should never have your threads pressed right up against the glass. It needs to breathe. And I'm choosing not to use glass because I don't like the glare. Plus, this is only going to be out at Christmas time anyways. And then when it gets put away for the year, I'll make sure that it's in a bag and it's sealed. So there's the frame. I've taken the glass out and the picture. And yeah, let's see what happens. So that's the back. And I'm just going to fold it up. You can, if you want, you can use double-sided tape to hold this in place. I don't think I'm going to do that. I want to see. There we go. There. It's fitting in. So let's see how this turns out. Well, that's good. Turned out really nice. You can kind of see up in that top corner right here. It is off a little center, but you know what? I'm not going to fix it because he's going to probably be standing up and you're not going to be able to see that. So I'm happy with that. That wasn't too bad. So I think what I'm just going to do, like I say, he's just going to stay in here permanently. And I'm just going to fold that down. And I'm going to fold this down. Let's go one side at a time. So there. Stick that in. And hi guys. So this is going to be the Santa face one. Now, I just learned something. So that's how it always goes, right? You got to learn by your mistakes. The first one, the Santa and the Elk, I removed the cover and tried marking the sticky with the pencil. I don't know what I was thinking, but this is the easiest way to do it, is use your ruler so it don't stick on here. Pencil it in. I've put a pin in here so you can see that it's going to be the center. And when you pull this back, I don't know if we're going to be able to see it. I've had to change my camera angle. So that being there, you can see when you go to pull, you will see in there, there it is, the poke hole. So there is the center. So I'll leave it right there, stick it in. So that is our center. What I already went and did, so peeling that off, I'm just gonna stick that over here. I've gone and done the same for my canvas. I've marked the center of my canvas with a pin, and I apologize if you guys can't see it, but I've had to change camera angles, and yeah, my joy is dwindling right down. So when I told you I was going to do this one a little different than the other one, and so what I chose to do was I went to Michael's and I tried to look for a mat that was already pre-cut. But unfortunately with this guy, he is, the sizes wouldn't fit him. So I talked to the girls in the framing section and they were excellent. We tried figuring out what color of mat we were going to go with. Originally we were going to do white. I just found it too blah. Then we were thinking we would try to go with gold to match up the glasses or the gold in the Christmas balls, but that didn't work. So we ended up choosing this color, and I just think it's stunning. So we went with the green, and it's really gonna frame him nice. I'll turn him around so you guys can see it. So yeah, it made a really big difference going this color. So just a little bit, in case you don't know, like I say, I got the girls in Michael's in the framing department. She did the measurements. You know, she measured the stitch area, and then she cut this out. And to be honest, if I was to buy a mat already pre-cut, it was going to cost close to $10. By them doing it, one, I got to pick whatever color I wanted, so that's a bonus because you can't do that when everything's pre-cut. It's these are the colors, that's all. But two, she was able to cut it to size. She said that it was going to possibly take a day or two. I got a phone call within 3 hours that it was done. The other good thing that she told me about too, by them doing this pre-cut in-house, it was cheaper. If I had to, they had to do it outside of the store and get it shipped in, it would have been a lot more expensive. So that just gives you guys an idea of some of the things you can do for mounting this. So I'm going to pause this. I'm going to mount this. I'm going to be a little bit more particular on mounting this one because it's going to have to be centered perfect for it to be in this mat. So I'm going to leave you and I'll be back. I can't say shortly, but it will be shortly for you guys because this is filming. Okay, see you in a bit. Hi guys, I'm back. Well, you can see I got a bit of a smile on my face now. So the joy meter has gone back up. I know for this, it's if you guys have stayed this long, thank you and congratulations. Gold star for you. I started filming this mid-morning, and it's currently after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. As you can tell, it's starting to get darker out. I have the blinds up. So it's been a long day, but well worth it. So yeah, I know you guys are waiting for Santa Claus, right? I got him framed. He looks amazing. So you ready to see him? I got it right here. Ready? You ready? Okay, here we go. Reveal time. There we go. Well, what do you guys think? He turned out amazing. I am so pleased with this. Yeah, I have to say this is one of the best Joy Sunday cross stitches I have done and framed. As this being Santa being a character, I just find he's just very realistic. His gloves, his face, his eyes, well, his eyes, they just want to make me melt. But yeah, I'm just so impressed. No different than my Mighty Cat. He turned out fantastic. But as far as this one, I'm going to, he's going to be sitting up the mantle and I'll be chuckling because I just think it's so realistic. And, you know, shh, Santa Claus here. Shh, don't tell anybody. But this frame, I purchased last year, and I don't know if it's available. I bought it off Amazon. Again, this was a little bit more expensive to frame, but this is something you're going to have around for years. So if you break down the costs, it's not that expensive. When you start at the kit only being, say, under $10, my mat was $10. The frame was $30. So altogether, this was about $50 Canadian. And, you know, when you put so much time into these works, I'm the type of person, I want to display it. I want to show it off. So anyways, there's Santa Claus. And we'll put him here. And here's Santa and Rudolph. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, if you could do that, that would be appreciated. And if you guys have any comments, please, you know, leave me a comment. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. And yeah, take care, guys. Thanks so much for joining me and staying so long. As I mentioned, I have 2 days off, so day one's gone. Don't have much time left in the day on this one. I haven't had no cross stitch time in, and I gotta go. I gotta go cross stitch. Get my fix. Well, talk to you later. And remember, just take out one stitch at a time. Bye now.